Well, welcome to a solo episode of the pod where I wanted to kind of give you guys a couple little nuggets of things that I've seen as I work with guys helping them get free from pornography. One thing that I love to do, especially if I got a small group of guys or a large group, and I wish every minister would do this with a youth group or whatever, is ask the question, when I say the word hardcore pornography, what jumps into your mind? Now, for you, listener, when I say the word hardcore pornography, what jumps into your mind? So if you're over the age of 30, 35, you're probably a lot like me. When we heard that growing up, the word hardcore pornography, that meant a picture. Get this, young people, but porn back in the day used to be a magazine. A hardcore pornographic picture was a magazine that showed penetration, or just a vagina or a penis, and it wasn't just topless. That was hardcore, or it actually showed some kind of sex act in general. That was a hardcore pornography. Today, when I asked that question, if you were under 30, man, I know what was jumping through your mind. You were thinking things like anal sex, videos, group sex, bondage, like BDSM, I believe it's called, where there's bondage and there's kind of some sexual violence in there. Those were the things that were coming through your mind when you were thinking hardcore pornography. Here's why. You have been, and your younger generation have been desensitized. When we thought of hardcore, we thought of, man, just that picture of a vagina was hardcore because we hadn't been inundated with images since we were small children, left and right. There is an enemy out to attack you, and he's doing it subtly through movies, through video games, he's doing it through music, and then he's doing it through especially social media. Social media, let's be real, if you're following a bunch of young people, it's softcore porn, is what it is. There may not be actual nudity, but what that is called softcore porn, or what many would say is soft porn. And so I use the word sometimes, and forgive me, Christian porn, because the number of Christians, professing Christians, and what they put online. I don't think they know what they're doing, but man, that's what it is. It's something to create and elicit arousal. That's what pornography is. So just know that if you I ask that question, when you think of hardcore pornography, what do you think of? If that stuff came into your mind, like really hardcore sex, videos, anal, BDSM, group sex, gay sex, whatever it may have been, that's because you have been desensitized. There's good news. The Bible talks about us being renewed in the spirit of our minds. You can train your brain to not be so desensitized to that. And man, it's for your good and it's for God's glory. So consider that. Consider what you consume and put into your body and how it is desensitizing you to God's design for not only yourself, but your marriage, especially. And I tell my guys all the time, I'm trying to get you laid to the glory of God in the context of marriage. Like sex and marriage is something we should be celebrating, high-fiving each other, just like the pagans do in the locker rooms when some guy talks about getting lucky at the party last night. No, that's something we as married men should be celebrating and training our young men up to walk faithfully in until they're married with their wives. And it won't be as joyful and it won't be as good if you're constantly desensitizing yourself to it. So, just some thoughts as I was sitting here processing a call that I just had with some guys. Take it for what you will. Leave a comment below and maybe some areas where you've seen our culture become desensitized. So, thank you for watching.